Tuesday, February 17th. You'll wake up questioning whether that online course in advanced basket weaving was really the best use of your student loan, Aries. By 9:17 a.m., you're 12 drafts deep on your email signature. Brenda from accounting is hiding behind a pot plant. Your doomscope animal is a hippo claiming they're just big-boned, and even they think you're pushing it with the daily affirmations today. Mars retrograde is personally victimizing your inbox. Expect curt replies featuring excessive exclamation marks, all caps, and passive-aggressive emojis. By lunchtime, you'll accidentally reply all to your boss suggesting the team-building day involve actual building, like a shed. The evening brings a yearning for culture, so you'll Google best foreign films on Netflix. 40 minutes later, you'll be re-watching that documentary about competitive cheese sculpting for the third time. One more refresh of your inbox and you'll summon RSI, not romance. Advice: stop anthropomorphizing everything. Your car doesn't need its own social media account. Tuesday the 17th of February dawns, and with it, a monumental internal struggle. Should you reply all to that email chain about Brenda's leaving do, or just burn the office down and claim ignorance? Self-restraint levels are aspirational. Around lunchtime, Mars retrograde throws passive-aggressive shade your way, likely via Brenda's leaving speech draft. Suddenly, spreadsheets pale in comparison to the thrill of researching novelty biscuit tins. Your colleagues will commend your dedication. Evenings require tactical negotiations with your wardrobe. Tracksuit bottoms beckon like a warm hug, but resist. Probably. A night of questionable reality television awaits, fueled by the culinary equivalent of a beige buffet. 1 minute you are minding your own business, the next your local takeaway guy knows your name. Venus may judge, but frankly, she can jog on. You'll spend longer choosing what to watch than actually watching anything, probably settling on something you've seen 87 times. Advice: do not look at your bank balance, unless you enjoy experiencing existential dread. Tuesday the 17th of February arrives with the subtlety of a toddler wielding a recorder. Your neighbor's Wi-Fi update triggers a guttural roar that echoes through the street after only 2 failed tries. You'll check your banking app precisely 7 times before lunch, each time praying a long-lost relative has left you a fortune. Deirdre needs that report, again, but fantasizing about hiding Barry's yogurt behind the radiator feels like urgent business. Your doomscope animal today is an ogre with layers, like an onion, wrapped in fairy lights and attempting to knit a parachute while forgetting what knitting is. Tonight, expect your brain to mirror a browser crammed with 47 tabs, mostly about competitive ferret grooming and abandoned online quizzes. You'll also find yourself inexplicably signed up for a build-your-own weather station newsletter. A chill Netflix session descends into a tick-tock spiral, culminating in you researching how many marshmallows can you fit in your mouth at 3:17 a.m. after seeing a clip from a show you definitely didn't start watching. Advice: stop blaming the cat. On Tuesday the 17th of February, that quest for inner peace? Mate, forget about it. A pigeon will bomb your head and you'll swear Brenda's nicking your biscuits again. Cancer, you're basically a ninja at losing socks today. Expect that weird pre-9 a.m. feeling someone moved the furniture in your mind overnight. How delightful. Brenda's Tupperware is whispering secrets, probably she's brought in a better cake. Ignore the urge to write that email and just reply all with thanks. You're currently building a small fort out of custard creams. Lovely. At precisely 8:23 p.m., you'll somehow be watching a documentary about deep-sea worms wearing tiny sombreros. Nostalgia will hit you harder than Auntie Pat's Christmas sherry. You'll text your brother Dave about that thing he said in 2022. Prepare for tears over the John Lewis advert. Advice: stop comparing your insides to everyone else's outsides. You're a legend. This Tuesday, February 17th, prepare to embrace the chaos. You'll spill tea down your favorite jumper before 8:20 a.m., a direct consequence of practicing your acceptance speech for the village bake-off in the hallway mirror. The planetary forecast calls for maximum chaos. Your doomscope animal today is a cockatoo screaming into the void, with slightly more self-awareness than you display at Brenda's casual work drinks. Mars retrograde is personally victimizing your inbox. That reply all email to Trevor about professional boundaries is definitely being screenshotted. Expect an awkward Teams call before lunch. Someone saw your PowerPoint presentation. This evening presents a dilemma: attend Janet's vegan potluck, or recreate that scene from Titanic in the bath while belting out power ballads from the noughties. Let's be honest, there is only one choice and Bake Off is already halfway through on your profile. Absolutely delightful. Advice: when in doubt, blame the cat. This Tuesday, Virgo, you'll feel like you've single-handedly rebooted the internet before the kettle's even boiled. By 9:30, your inbox will resemble a jumble sale run by chimps. Honestly, Brenda just wanted a nice dairy-free sponge recipe, not a passive-aggressive debate on the ethics of honey. At lunchtime, the urge to alphabetize the stationery cupboard by manufacturer will be overwhelming, closely followed by your need to subtly correct Kevin's pivot tables. Mars is apparently doing a U-turn in your chart, meaning the office Wi-Fi is now personally blaming you for its existential crisis. The printer. Oh, it's out for blood. Font size is currently invisible. Tonight, even Netflix can't drown out the spreadsheet screeches. You'll end up coordinating your spice rack by expiry date, the turmeric's definitely suspicious, and calculating the optimal tea to biscuit ratio for 11s tomorrow. Honestly, you're a marvel. Advice: that Tupperware in the fridge? Bin it. Just bin it. Tuesday the 17th of February is shaping up like a toddler trying to parallel park a shopping trolley. By 7:53 a.m., you will have already mentally composed 3 savage email replies, deleted them all, then sent a thumbs up. Mars retrograde is basically running your group chats and adding you to random motivational quote groups. 68 unread messages? You're basically famous. Lunchtime brings the existential dread of choosing between a cheese and pickle or tuna and sweet corn sandwich. Your Doomoscope object today is a bobby pin bent out of shape, reflecting your soul as you try to simultaneously agree with Derek and subtly undermine him. This evening, you'll convince yourself that ironing is a hobby. This will then escalate into online shopping for novelty tea cozies shaped like hedgehogs. Libra, your search history reveals you've spent the last 2 hours comparing pictures of otters holding hands. Advice: blame the dog. Tuesday the 17th of February dawns, and already you're 3 Wikipedia rabbit holes deep on obscure Victorian plumbing techniques. Lovely. The coffee hasn't kicked in, yet you've mentally catalogued every shade of beige in your neighbor's curtains. Your brain, an encyclopedia of useless, intense knowledge. Mars retrograde is currently using Sandra from accounting as a chew toy. At precisely 2:47 p.m. you'll accidentally CC your boss when forwarding her passive-aggressive email to your mum. The sheer, delicious awkwardness of it all. You'll then spend the next hour researching the ideal apology fruit basket. Tonight, surrender to the inevitable. Resist the urge to dissect that offhand comment your cousin made in 2021. Your Netflix queue is currently a carefully curated list of documentaries designed to dismantle your faith in humanity. You're basically Batman, but instead of fighting crime, you're fighting the urge to leave a scathing review on Yelp. Advice: just because you can doesn't mean you should know everything. Tuesday, February 17th begins with you confidently striding into the day, declaring "right, I'm on it," before immediately tripping over a rogue toddler toy. Your Doomoscope object is indeed that untouched hotel sewing kit, mocking your neglected dreams of artisanal embroidery. At work, Mars retrograde is having a right laugh at your expense. Jeff's emails require a PhD in Jeffology to comprehend. By lunchtime, you'll have accidentally replied all to the team with sounds about right, sparking a company-wide existential crisis. Venus is giving you the cold shoulder something about accidentally scheduling a dog grooming appointment over your anniversary. Tonight, all virtuous aspirations of that Ottolenghi lentil bake will vanish faster than free biscuits at a conference. You will then spend an hour scrolling through Netflix, eventually admitting defeat and re-watching Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again for the 78th time. Advice: embrace the chaos. You're not falling apart, you're becoming a limited edition. Tuesday, the 17th of February. Capricorn, you'll start the day convinced you're one viral TikTok away from being a lifestyle guru. Reality bites, you're more likely to accidentally set fire to the toaster. Mars is causing havoc in your inbox, expect a deluge of passive-aggressive emails. Brenda from accounting still needs your opinion on Fluffykins the Third's profile picture. The afternoon. Balancing spreadsheets whilst contemplating witness protection. At precisely 3:14 p.m., you'll accidentally reply all to the company email, suggesting team building day at the local goat sanctuary. Social media is overflowing with people swan diving off yachts. Super. This evening, relaxing means reorganizing the Tupperware cupboard by color and lid size. You'll convince yourself it's therapeutic. At 2:17 a.m., you're applying for jobs as a professional dog walker in the Outer Hebrides, hoping no one finds you. Advice: put down the label maker and back away slowly. Aquarius, today your inbox is overflowing like a teenager's laundry basket. 68 unread emails are multiplying faster than rumors in a village hall. Today, Venus is suggesting you accidentally like your boss's ancient holiday photos on Facebook. Around 11s, the fire alarm will test your mettle. Rather than brave the car park chit-chat, you'll be indoors meticulously sorting your biscuit tin by biscuit type. Someone will ask if you've seen their stapler. Be vague. Your Doomscope vegetable today is a runner bean that's gone stringy, about as flexible as you during a discussion about whose turn it is to empty the dishwasher. This evening, definitely order that takeaway. The constellations actively encourage horizontal behavior. Your flatmate wants to watch a documentary about competitive ferret grooming. Give it a miss. Advice: don't blame the fire alarm on a rogue toaster waffle. Tuesday the 17th of February is already off to a cracking start, isn't it, Pisces? You woke up thinking it was Saturday and now you're staring blankly at your laptop screen trying to remember your password, for the 6th time. At work, your boss Brenda is explaining something about quarterly reports, but you're picturing yourself on a beach in Bali. Venus is currently refusing to translate reality, so Brenda's voice sounds like a kazoo played through a tuba. By lunchtime you'll have accidentally replied all to a company-wide email with just the word LOL. Lovely. This evening, forget grand plans. Tonight's itinerary involves a bath bomb the size of your head, rewatching that one episode of Bake Off where someone's cake collapses, and crying softly when you realize you're out of biscuits. Pisces, your Just Eat history reveals more about you than your diary ever could. Advice: embrace the chaos. Reality is optional, anyway.